And we're back, and I've decided that there's six R movies that'll make for a good little video. First off, let's take a look at Radio Flyer on DVD. They do not have a Blu-ray for this, to my knowledge, so might as well keep the DVD. Another one from my childhood that I really loved, and this just goes to show you, like, when I was growing up, there were a lot of movies aimed at families and children and whatnot that, they took children seriously. They gave children a chance to prove themselves somewhat mature and be able to handle scary or sometimes really disturbing imagery, and yet it's still like a family movie. And this is just a really good example of that, because like it takes kids seriously. It doesn't coddle them like a lot of stuff that you see nowadays. And that's not to say that there's nothing out there right now that kind of pushes the buttons and takes it to the edge and whatnot. But there's not much of that left anymore, and the reason is that nobody's watching him. Nobody cares to see those. Nobody's taking their kids to see those. And it's really depressing, because I think that we're having a lot of kids growing up now in this age that are being coddled by their parents to a degree that was never even happened for us. So while our parents were willing to let us watch stuff like this, where there's like visual child abuse in this film, and a kid's just trying to get away from all the child abuse in this movie. Parents today, I feel like, would not allow their kids to watch something like this, even though it's a family film. So yeah, really love this movie. As somebody, again, who had a single mother, it was one of those movies that kind of helped me to define who I was and where I was in my life and whatnot. So yeah, loved it, and intend to keep the DVD until there is a Blu-ray. Next up, this one is on Blu-ray, but I haven't picked it up yet, and that's all I'm going to say about that. Rain Man on DVD. I like it, but not enough to pay a whole lot for it on Blu-ray, essentially. I think I paid like $5 for the DVD several years ago, and I'm probably not going to pay more than that for the Blu-ray. I'm sorry, but it's a good movie. It's just not one of those movies that I intend to watch a whole lot. So why would I pay a lot of money for it, This one I actually do own on a Blu-ray already. Rear Window. I kept this one in my collection because they hadn't put it on Blu-ray yet. Now it's on Blu-ray. Now I own it. I don't know why I still have the DVD. Because is my answer. The Ring. I have this one on Blu-ray as well. Why do I still have the DVD? I don't know. I got it for $2. Rocket Science. This one I got for $1 at the dollar store. And I was pleasantly surprised. I didn't know anything about the movie. I had never heard of it. And so I was like, this looks interesting, and for $1, why not? And I don't regret a damn thing, because it's a really good movie. And I enjoyed it quite a bit. If you haven't seen it yet, you totally should see it. I recommend it. Run, Ronnie, Run. I was a big fan as a teenager of Mr. Show with Bob Odenkirk and David Cross. And one of the skits that they had in the show was about this guy named Ronnie who liked getting on the cops police show kind of thing, So he would always go around doing all this crazy shit and then get caught by cops, a TV show, and start doing running away and saying all this ridiculous crap and all that. And this movie is essentially about him rising to fame status because of his role on Cops. And it's fucking hilarious. It's absolutely hilarious. You've got a funny little bit with Jack Black in there. There's a funny little bit with Jeff Goldblum. If you ever wanted to see Jeff Goldblum being his Goldblumiest, you need to see this movie, because there's a scene in it where he plays himself and he still is just very the Goldblum that you expect him to be, you know, over the top. And I fucking loved it. It's one of my favorite Goldblum scenes anywhere in any movie. And I just love this movie. It's hilarious. Brilliant. If you haven't seen it yet, you definitely should. Run, Ronnie, Run. I'm going to check on the last two to see if they are on Blu-ray. Otherwise, we'll cut this short. No. Here we go. There is no Rocket Science Blu-ray. Run, Ronnie, Run, Blue. It does not look like there is a Blu-ray for Run, Ronnie, Run either. And in fact, it looks like that one's a little hard to come by now. You can get it with Amazon Prime for $27.71, or you can get it used and new from $6.24. So do with that what you will. Some of these, obviously, as I pointed out, it's like Rain Man, I'm just waiting for a decent price on the Blu-ray. Rear Window and the Ring, I already have on Blu-ray. I don't know why they're in my collection still. And others, it's just, I'm never getting rid of these, because until they put them out on Blu-ray, if they ever do, you know, because I love these movies. So, yeah. Anyways, next up we will do S. And S is probably going to be a big one. There are a lot of S movies. So, yeah.